All right, looks like we're jumping right into this game.
Woo!
Here we go.
OpkeBap. Oh, pause.
All right. Adam?
Yes?
Hit me up with, I don't care. All right, starting up here in the top right position, we have OpkeBap. And down here in the bottom left, we have Divum displaying some really, really good Phoenix play last game.
Great decision making.
Yeah.
I love great decision making. And I also love Phoenix play. So Divum is really hitting all the spots.
And he's Protoss.
And he's Protoss, which makes me happy in my pants. So, you know, this is great. I really do. If there's one thing in StarCraft, and I've said it before, that I really enjoy watching, it is Phoenix play, because you don't see them used all that much, especially in lower levels.
Yeah.
And when they're used properly, I think, I can't remember who said this a long time ago, and I still agree with it. It just hasn't happened in full yet. I think the new metagame for Protoss will be Phoenixes.
Think?
It just hasn't happened yet. It's getting closer and closer. Just hasn't entirely happened
There
yet.
actually was a point where Phoenixes were used a lot, and then they just disappeared. That's just the way StarCraft is. It just keeps evolving. They you know, one minute, you know, 4 gates no good. The next minute it's back. The next minute, you know, Phoenixes are good. And then
I think with the current, well, every time the new patches came out, you know, builds had to be altered slightly, and units were, you know, more and less effective at certain timing pushes and so on and so forth. I think with the current patch and the current balance, Phoenixes are incredibly viable against any race. Even in a mirror matchup.
I think what the problem is there's just not a lot of Protoss players that are comfortable and putting the game on the line for their Phoenix play.
Right.
And when it happens, like when you do it correctly, it's just so devastating for your opponent. But it's a matter of having the confidence to be able to micro.
You need to practice it.
Exactly. And,
a
lot of players are bent up on their league. They don't want to go into a ladder and lose 10 ladder games in a row. They really need to get a practice partner and practice using Phoenixes.
Pro tip. Alright, here's a pro tip. Losing is better than winning. Because if you're winning, you're not getting any better. Just a heads up. If you do nothing but win all the time, you're not getting better.
Yeah, taking a loss once in a while is good. I mean, even the pros, even the biggest names, one minute they're winning to an opponent, the next day they're losing to them.
Absolutely.
And it's always because you always have something to improve on. There's no perfect StarCraft player out there, and it's pretty crazy because StarCraft 2 is still relatively new. It's still a relatively new game, and there still hasn't been really a player that has really kicked the shit out of...
There hasn't been a long-term domination
Exactly.
yet.
There hasn't been a boxer yet.
There's there's been sections, small sections, and it's usually been every time a patch comes out, somebody else gets it first.
Yep.
And then they dominate for a short period of time. But there's not been like this super... I mean, there's been people who've been like... I mean, let's say MC. Probably the closest person to really for...
He's really good.
Yeah,
for a long period of time.
Be probably the closest thing to it. And now we're seeing... some different players come up, but there hasn't really been a boxer.
No, that's what I'm saying, and it's because the game's still relatively new. But I think over the next year or so, you're really going to see a couple of individuals. I'm not going to really say who I think they are because I don't want to start flame war. That are going to come out and they're
that's already started.
Yeah, maybe. But who cares? Anyways, let's get into the game.
Sure.
There is a probe there, and he's doing it.
Four zealots. There they are.
4 zealots, nice.
4 zealots.
Yeah.
Zealots, the new units in Heart of the Swarm for the Zerg.
Yeah.
I personally think it's a bit OP.
It is OP.
But that's
OP
just
as
me.
hell. It was very nice to have that probe there blocking the choke.
Absolutely.
And not allowing those lings to get in. And now the Zealot's going to be doing his job. Trying to micro, but...
they're going to be sent back home.
Yep.
So this is basically what we saw in the game before. You know, it was just that it's almost the same openings, same scenario. There's your four Zergling scout going down in there, getting one killed, backing up, knowing what's happening in the base. It's just a matter of, okay, last time Divum brought out this epic Phoenix play, what is he doing behind his wall this time? And that's what the Zerg needs to find out a little faster, I think, than he did before. That Overlord...
This Zealot, man, he is ballsy.
That Zealot is really giving her... And
wow!
Wow!
How many of them is he going to take
out?
out?
Get in the... Nice.
Jeez, man. That
Wow.
Zealot was doing its work. He didn't give a shit.
Working
He was
for
like,
his
ah,
pay.
for hire!
Absolutely.
And he went in, and, well, he died, but
I
it was a valiant effort.
I feel like based on what he saw there with that, he probably could have got the scouting overlord that's coming across the map now to maybe cut the corner instead of going around, just for like probably just to shave about 30 seconds off his travel. Because if he had seen the Stargates go up earlier, he might have been able to prepare better than he did. And we are seeing Stargates, so he's saying, damn, you know what, that worked so freaking well last time, he couldn't deal with all of those.
He's going to do it again.
I'm going to do it again.
Why not?
I really hope this time, when he scouts this, because he will, I really hope this time that OP goes right to some infestors to slow down those Phoenixes, or he's going to be in trouble again.
Yeah, he went with Hydra before, which is good, but as soon as a Phoenix hits like this
Critical mass.
What the did I just say?
Medical crass, apparently, is what your
Man,
mouth
I
say.
straight up, like, I think and say everything backwards.
It happens to the best of them.
Yeah. Once those Phoenix hits a critical mass,
There you go.
they are so hard to take care of, even if you have a lot of Hydra, because you just pick them up.
You have to have infestors, and look, there's the infestation pit.
And
And he got it even before he saw those. I think at this point he's probably assuming, if it worked so well before, his opponent's probably going to be thinking to do the same thing, and he is going to be reaffirmed, hey, my decision was the correct one. I'm going to, he's going to see those Stargates here pretty soon, and that first initial Phoenix coming out, and it looks like pure Phoenix this time, skipping the Void Rays entirely.
I'm not even going to go the Void Ray.
Screw the Void Rays, all Phoenix all day, and this Overlord is just about to make its way over. I'm surprised he didn't send the Phoenix off to the right to kill that Overlord, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if he's seen it right away, or he's just trying to buy some time. He doesn't want him to. There they are. And he's going to be able to pick off this Overlord with these Phoenix right now, anyhow.
Phoenix. There they
He's
are.
wasted no time. He's just going to go right up here. There's lots of pretty-looking Overlords.
He's already got right now a couple of spore crawlers up, but the Overlords are in a very vulnerable position, and it looks like the Hydra den's going up as well. So we're going to see some Hydra and some infestors, it looks like, but he is on 3 base, or just transitioning into 3 base, and so he can totally do that. He will have the economy to support that much gas intensity should he get up a couple of more extractors. But I'm liking OP's play a little more in this game than I did in the last so far.
That Sentry doing its work.
He's got some work to do.
Yeah, I mean that's impressive.
Although if you're going to sit it there for the purpose of lulling or throwing down a force field, why not make it work on that rock?
You know what? You know what that looks like? That looks like Gohan versus Cell, and just a non-stop.
I think it looks like the Ghostbusters. Don't cross the streams.
Cool. We can do that.
Gohan versus Cell, though?
Yeah.
Best DBZ episode ever.
With the music, it is the single greatest thing ever created.
Father, Son, Kamea?
Yeah.
Greatest thing that happened.
I cried a little, honestly.
I didn't go that far,
And
but I
touched
was
myself.
I was really happy about it,
With
though.
my tears of cry.
I think I did jump around a bit, though.
It was epic.
I think I joined in with a little, hand motion.
Have any of you guys in the comments below or on the stream ever sat by yourself and tried to do a Kamehameha?
Just like sat there and legitimately said,
And
you know what?
legitimately, yeah.
There has to be some legitimacy to Dragon Ball Z, so I'm going to sit here and look constipated for the next 45 minutes to try and get a Kamea. Or not even a Kamea, just
some sort of
in
energy,
my hands.
like just some sort of
Just
light.
sit here and like break a sweat, straining every muscle in your body,
I
trying
know.
to get that, like, seriously.
I know there has been more people than just me that has done that shit, and I've done it at the ages of 12, 15, 17,
Yesterday?
21. Yeah. Shit, I might do it after this game just to see. And here we go. The Hydras are
are
out
tonight, and there are a million
that's it.
spore crawlers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty.
Go home, Phoenix.
Yeah, he needs to run home now.
Go home.
He needs to run home.
Blink Stalker is
Never
now
return.
coming. If infestors do come into it now, though, I'm really liking the position of OP this time because, of course, Blink, you're not getting out of that fungal. Thank you. I wanted to say plague because I was thinking Brood War. But yes, fungal is Zerg's best friend, especially when there are Phoenix and Blink Stalkers on the field. And so I'm liking where it's going. And of course, as soon as he saw those Hydra, what's a great thing to counter Hydra? Giraffes.
Yep. I think at this point,
Oh, that's fast death.
yeah, there's so much DPS on these Hydras, and they're being upgraded. And a 4th is now going up as well.
Wow. I'm really liking OP's...
OP
I'm not
is-
saying he's going to win, I just really like his position right now.
No, he's in much better position than he was
Yeah.
last time. He didn't get any mutas this time around, and that's a very, very good decision. He's definitely learned from the last game.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched the replay or not, but he's definitely learned. So he's definitely got a way better chance of staying into this game a lot longer. In fact, he already is. And there's a couple of infestors. I think it's really going to depend on how many giraffes is Divum going to have. Is he going to stay up on his upgrades? And how many Phoenixes is he going to really keep going with all of these Phoenix? You know, I think he stopped production now. I think if he gets too many Phoenix, he could find himself in trouble.
There's the
and
fungal.
Wow, what a
There's
great
the fungal.
fungal. And is he going to get another one off? And
No.
no, he's not. He managed to pick off, what, one Phoenix there or two?
A couple.
Yeah, so
So there it is. This is the ball that you don't want to send your Phoenixes anywhere near. It is the direct counter, in fact, of Phoenixes for Zerg, and so you really don't want to be sending them in there. You know, Divum's macro is not so hot right now. He needs a hell of a lot more gateways if that's what he plans on going with. And he's now just grabbing what is this? His fourth now. The only thing that I will say is that I'm not super impressed with the creep spread of OP. We're now 15 minutes in, and he hasn't really worked too far outside of his natural. However, it looks like he's now putting down what he's got three creep tumors down there in the front. That's going to start a lot faster now, the creep spread, but he needs it, especially if he's going to use Hydra. There's no question Hydra and investors need creep in order to operate well.
You know, I'm feeling like Divum is in such a good position. He's double pumping giraffes. He's done the smart thing, stop production of his air because, well, those infestors and Hydra, yeah, it's just something you don't want to go. And he's transitioning properly. The Phoenix did what they needed to do. He's forced his opponent to get Hydra, and now he's going to counter that Hydra. And look at the income. I was just taking a look at the income real quick. He's got 2,200 minerals a minute, and he's about to get a fourth. He's 1,000 minerals a minute more than his opponent. He's almost maxed out. This is a very, very scary position for the Zerg player. Yeah. 73 probes to 59 drones. You know, I can honestly say that OP is playing a lot better this game, but I still think that Divum is just a better all-around player. His macro is better. His harassment's better. He's not over-committing on anything. Although I will say OP's upgrades are very, very nice. He does have a great Aspire in production as well, but I feel as though it's almost too late. I think once this first push happens, it's all going to depend on, is OP going to be able to get himself in a good position and do significant amount of damage to this army, but he's just double pumping these.
There's a lot of upgrades happening. We have Corruptors coming out now on the field. The Greater Spire is in fact coming, and you know what? I mean, Protoss is getting that really super retarded danger zone where they can just infinitely build units to keep up with a maxing Zerg.
Yeah.
Which is basically a GG scenario there for the Protoss player. I feel if this goes for another 3 minutes though, the
Zerg's going to be back in it.
Will be back in it.
Yeah.
And so if there's another 2 or 3 minutes, Zerg is back in it, and a big engagement might still be hard to decide who will actually.
I 150% agree. But if this attack happens right now, this is going to get murdered.
Yeah, it's not going to.
I mean, there's
so well.
even Phoenixes to deal with some of these Corruptors. You know the Corruptors are going to try to focus on these giraffes, but there's just so many of them.
There's no warning sign for OP. He doesn't have anything out here to scout this except for his creep ahead. He's going to notice the death ball on the edge, and he's going to have to decide where he wants to engage his Protoss army. And this is not where he wants to. That's a choke. This is not at all where he wanted to engage the Protoss army. He is split up. There are way too many giraffes. This is basically going to steamroll the entire Zerg army. He's going to be forced to retreat. The numbers of Zerg going down a lot here, and he's trying to reinforce. He's got all of his units being produced right now. Back at home, he's got 4 broodlords, 13 roaches, and a partridge and a frickin' pear tree, but that doesn't matter because there are giraffes, and he's still got Phoenixes on the yin-yang right now, picking up everything.
Dude, this is game.
This is GG.
Oh, look at these Manor Nexuses. Oh my god.
Oh, Manor.
Oh, no.
Oh, Manor.
5 Manor Nexus.
Wow.
Nexi, Nexamawaya.
Wow. Manor, everything.
I think Divum is just being way too confident. And well,
holy crap,
he's freaking good.
Where did the freaking Archons
And
come
look,
from?
there is the Warp Prism because he warped in high temps. And now he just made Archons, and there's the GG. Holy sweet tits. We have a series going on, and the series is not looking great. Wow.
Is that 2-1 Divum now?
No, it's 2-0.
2-0.
2-0. He wins the next one. That's it.
Oh jeez.
There's some serious BM there.
Oh jeez.
Wow. You know, part of me is rooting for the Zerg to take a game and shed it off. I think that I think Divum is being a little bit too Confident, although his playing is very, very good. I just love seeing guys that BM take a loss. But yeah.